ውስጥ አንዱ የሚያሳየው ሚስጥራዊ የሆነ ሚቲንግ አካሄደው ነበር የክልሉ ፖሊስና የክልሉን ያሆኑ ምክትል ፕሬዝዳንት እንዳውም የክልሉን ፖለቲካል ፓርቲ ሶህዴባ የሚባለው ሊቀመንበር እዛ ስብሰባ ውስጥ ነበር እና እዛ ስብሰባ ውስጥ እስር ቤት ውስጥ ሰው እየገደሉ እንደሆነ ቶርቸር እያደረጉ እንደሆነ ሴቶች እየተደፈሩ እንደሆነ እንዳውም እስር ቤት ውስጥ የሆነ ክፍል እንዳለ ለየት ያለ ክፍል በደንብ ዲኮር የተደረገ ክፍል እንዳለና እዛ ክፍል ውስጥ ፖሊሶች ብቻ ሳይሆኑ ባለስልጣኖችም እየገቡ ሴቶችን እየደፈሩ እንደሆነ የሚያሳይ ቪዲዮ ነው እንግዲህ ይሄ እኔም ፈጥረው ነገር አይደለም ወይ ሌላ ሰው ዝም ብሎ መጥቶ የሚፈጥረው ነገር ሳይሆን የክልሉ ፖሊሶች ራሳቸው አንደበት የሚናገሩት ነገር ነው ለሳምንት የተካሄደ ስብሰባ ነበር እንደ ግምገማ ነበር የተባለው ነገር ግን ግምገማ ቢሆን ኖሮ የማነው ኮሚሽነሩ ወደ ህግ ፊት ቢቀርብበት ሁኔታ መኖር ነበረበት ኮሚሽነሩ የገባ እንደሚደፍር ብዙ ሰዎች እንደገደለ እንዳውም ልጆች እንዳለው እስር ቤት ውስጥ ሁላ ፖሊሶቹ እየተናገሩ ልክ የስብሰባ ካለቀ በኋላ ኮሚሽነሩ ከኮሚሽነርነት ተነስቶ የክልሉ ፕሬዝዳንት አማካሪ ነው የሆነው እንግዲህ ከዚህ ላይ የምንረዳው ምንም አይነት ግምገማ የሚባል ነገር እንዳልሆነና የራሳቸው የሆነ ሌላ አይዲያ እንደነበራቸው ፕሬዝዳንቱ ማን ሊናገርብኝ ይችላል ማን ሊናገር ይችላል የሚለው ነገር ለመለየት እንደፈለገ ነው ሌላው ቪዲዮ የሚያሳየው ገላልሼ የሚባለው ወረዳ ውስጥ የተካሄደ ጄኖሳይድ ነበር ስለዛ ነው የሚያሳየው ከፕሬዝዳንቱ ጋር ገላልሼ ሄደን ነበርና የገላልሼ ሰዎች ጋር ስብሰባ ካሄደን ከዛ ውስጥ አንድ ሽማግሌ ስለተፈጸመው ነገር ሲናገሩ ነው የሚያሳየው ከዛ ውጪ ሁለቱ የስዊዲሽ ጋዜጠኞች ምን ደረሰባቸው እንዴት ሆነው እንደነበር ምን አይነት ቪዲዮ ተሰርቶባቸው እንደነበርና እንዴት አርገው ነገር ይሁን ሰርተውት እንደነበር ነው የሚያሳየው የክልሉ ምክትል ፕሬዝዳንት ነበር ፊልሙን የሚመራው ፌክ የተሰራው ፊልም ሌላ አዋሬ ከሚባል ወረዳ ሁለት ሰዎችን አምጥተው የኦብነግ አባል እንደነበሩና በጦርነቱ እንደተያዙ አድርገው ነው ምስክርነት እንዲሰጡ ትሬን ተሰጥቷቸው ለምስክርነት ምስክር እንዲሆኑ ተነግሯቸው ፊልሙ ሲሰሩት ነገር ግን ካሜራውን እንኳን ማጥፋት ካሜራውን እንኳን አጥፍተው የሚፈልጉት ነገር ለመስራት እንትን አላሉ the whole time ካሜራው ኦን ነበር ካሜራው ኦን ሆኖ ነው የራሳቸውን ስራ ሲሰሩ የነበሩት እና እዛ ቪዲዮ ውስጥ እነዚህ ከሌላ ወረዳ ያመጡትን ሁለት ዊትነሶችን ሲነግሯቸው እንዴት አድርገው ኢንተርቪው መስጠት እንዳለባቸው ምን ማለት እንዳለባቸው እንዴት አይነት ኢንፎርሜሽን መስጠት እንዳለባቸው ሁላ ሲነግሯቸው ቪዲዮ ውስጥ አለ እነዚህ ሰዎች ደግሞ የተለያየ ኢንፎርሜሽን ሲሰጡ ቪዲዮ ውስጥ አለ አሁን ለምሳሌ 24 ነበር ሁለታችን ብቻ ነው የቀረነው 10 ነበር እንዲ ነበር ያለው የተለያየ ኢንፎርሜሽን ሲሰጡ ያሳያልና ይሄ ሁሉ የሚያሳየው ክልል ውስጥ ያለው ልዩ ፖሊስና የክልሉ አስተዳደር ምን ያደረገ እንደሆነ ነው የሚያሳየው በአጠቃላይ ያለው ሁኔታ ይሄ ነው ዛሬም ስለዚህ ጉዳይ ነው እዚህ ስብሰባ ውስጥ ያነሳን የነበረው የሰሞኑን ነው እዚህ ኦስሎ የመጣሁት እስካሁን ከተለያዩ የኖርዌይ ፓርላማ አባላት ጋር ተገናኝተናል እና በአጠቃላይ የነበረው ሂደት በጣም ጥሩ ለጊዜው ጥሩ ነገር ነው እዚህ የተካሄደ የነበረው በጥሩ ሁኔታ ነው የተለወጠው ስዊድን ውስጥ በስዊዲሽ ወር ክራይምስ ኮሚሽን ክስ ጀምረናል ይዤ የወጣሁትን ቪዲዮዎች በሙሉ እዛ ውስጥ አስረክቤያቸዋለሁ ያንን ክስ ተቀብለውት ፋይሉን ተቀብለውት ኢንቨስቲጌት ለማድረግ ሁሉ ውሳኔ አስተላልፈዋልና ኢንቨስቲጌት የተደረገ ነው ያ በጣም ትልቅ ነገር ነው ሌላ ደግሞ አይሲሲ ድረስ ለመሄድ ብዙ ስራዎችን እየሰራን ነው ኢትዮጵያ እንግዲህ የአይሲሲ አግሪመንት ፈራሚ አይደለችም ነገር ግን አሰን ኢንዲቪጁዋል መሄድ ይቻላል ኦጋዴን ውስጥ ክራይም የፈጸሙ ሰዎች ፕሬዝዳንቱን አካቶ ምክትሉን ጨምሮ ሌሎች ሰዎች አሉ እነዛ ክራይምስ አገንስት ሁማኒቲ የፈጸሙ ሰዎች ማለት ነው እነሱንና ሌሎች እነሱን ሲተባበሩ የነበሩትን ሰዎች በተለያየ ሁኔታ እየከሰስናቸው ነው ያለነው ጥረትም ያደረግን ያለነው አይሲሲ ድረስ ለማስገባት ብዙ ስራዎችንም በዚህ ሁኔታ እየሰራ ነው የኢንተርናሽናል ኮሚኒቲ ሪአክሽን ስዊድን ውስጥ ትልቅ ነበር በጣም ደስ የሚል ጥሩ ነገር ነበር ኖርዌይ አሁን ነው የጀመርነው ገና አሁን በዚህ ስብሰባ ውስጥ ነው እንዳያችሁት ስንናገር የነበረው ነገር ግን ደስ የሚለው ነገር ምንድነው በኖርዌይ ቲቪ ተወስዷል ኖርዌጂያን ቲቪዎች ኤንአርኬ ነው የሚባለው ወስደውታል ምናልባት በቅርብ ጊዜ ሊሆን ይችላል ወይ ሊቆይ ይችላል በተመሳሳይ ሁኔታ ደግሞ ዴንማርኮች ደግሞ ወስደውታል የኛን ፊልም ዶክመንተሪ ፊልሙን እንዳውም ዴንማርክ ውስጥ ዲአር የሚባል ኢንተርናሽናል ዲስትሪቢዩተር እንትን ያላቸው ካምፓኒ አለ እነሱም ወስደውታል በአለም አቀፍ ዲስትሪቢዩት ላይ ያድርጉት ማለት ነው እና እስካሁን በስዊድን ውስጥ ነው የተላለፈው እዛ ውስጥም የነበረው ሪአክሽን በጣም ጥሩ ነበር
I think Norway needs a deeper political debate with real reflections connected to films and the documentary films that bring us down to these areas of conflict zones. And we need people coming from there, from around, from the third world, from different conflict zones, to come here and talk with us. We have a lot of good researchers in Norway that can be connected to the people involved in conflicts. So Frontline Club, Oslo, is actually a daughter or a kind of associate with the Frontline Club in London, who has been doing this for the last 10 years. So now it was time to start this in Norway. I think we will do this every Thursday in the Cinematheque here in Oslo, and continue with a lot of different topics on Afghanistan, on refugees, and both refugees and Iran. There's a lot of conflict zones where we has to know more as Norwegians. The newspapers of Norway is very superficial in some ways. They're talking, and the article doesn't go into the deep conflicts. So I mean, we have a lot of people, well educated, like in philosophy and other things, so the topics always has to be twisted a little, and that's what we're going to do here. And Le Monde Diplomatique here in Norway is behind the whole Frontline Club. So I think we have a kind of resource network, and 25 intellectuals is going to support this now. So we are really eager to start this and see how we can continue. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think that today debate is excellent. I think the reason being, most of the time people don't know about what's going on in Ethiopia. The Norwegian policymakers, they know, but the Norwegian citizens, they don't know. And so I think one of the things that I lack about today is even having someone who is really representing the government side in a way, as you could tell from the other gentleman, he's really speaking in kind of saying the Ethiopian government is good, and is saying that stability. And what really I like was to tell them that stability by what cost? Because now we can say that Ethiopia is, stable, but it's stable when things are bubbling. It's just a matter of time it will explode, and when it explodes, we will be dealing with it. So is it good to deal with it when it's already out of control? It is good to deal with it now. So I think the debate was very good. And the second thing is also to let them know that Ethiopians who are here, if they go back home, they will be risky of having a problem to their family. So I think this kind of dialogue is good. All the way I tell people that there's two things. Wayani, they do their homework and convincing some of the Western even to think like a TPLF. But we fail to do that. So when you go now, some of the things, as you can tell, even like the gentleman, that it's something you find most of the time from the Western people, they go to the point where they say that opposition people are Pormar Dargi and Amara, Neptanya, even some of them white people, they know Neptanya Kal Rasu. But we never do our homework to go and get the other side of the message. So I think having this kind of platform, inviting someone like him to come and join us, it is crucial, because we want to confront him and say, look, they know the truth. They know the truth, because what's happening now with most of the Western countries, they say that Ethiopia is fighting on war on terror while the Ethiopian government is terrorizing their own peoples. And the second thing too is they don't want to talk about it because they don't want to disappoint the TPLF. But as I said it before and I'll always repeat it, it is the Ethiopian that who will free themselves. We are not asking the white people of the Western to free us, but we are asking them that, to put pressure, not to pretend like there's no problem. We know in Ethiopia it is an ethnic apartheid. If it is continue like this, it's going to be explode. Most of the Westerns say there's no viable alternative. You cannot build home in the desert where there's no tree, there's no material. In Ethiopia, the government cannot allow opposition to work. The government cannot allow freedom, free press. The government cannot allow civil society. That makes it impossible. But the Western and the donor who gave $3 billion to Ethiopia have the role to do that. And I think this is the dialogue I wish can be duplicated in other European countries as well.
Thank you.
My name is Marius Honefer. I'm organizing events that is called New Frontiers. Because of the new situations in the world, we call it New Frontiers. Now, there's always new frontiers happening between people, between nations, and so on. And And this specific event, we had seen the documentary of Abdullahi, Hussein, and the Swedish journalist on Swedish television. And we know about Obang Metho for a long time. And we thought it would be a very interesting situation to make them meet, because they represent different cultures, different political ideas and everything, but we thought with them to meet with the Ethiopian society in Oslo, it could be an interesting opportunity to bring people together. This is one thing. The other thing is the Norwegian unique return agreement with that they have made a contract with the NIS. We want to stop this. A lot of activists in Norway, a lot of Norwegians, a lot of Ethiopians, of course, want to stop this agreement. We don't think it's a correct thing to do, to make a contract with the same people as many people are afraid of when fleeing. So this is another part I think that we really were able to frame in a good way today. And of course, we want to start a discussion. Not only Ethiopians, we would like the Norwegian civil society, but also the research, universities and so on, and also the different developmental projects, people working with this. There's a lot of Contact Norway, Ethiopia, and we would like them to meet and discuss really what to do, how to do it, and so on. Yes. These resources myself, but I think this is a very good idea to get. And to do it in Norway is a very good idea, because Norway has a close relationship to Ethiopia, as well as they have actually done a lot of interesting things too. So there's a lot of interest with Ethiopia, but on this kind of developmental research level and so on. I think to do more meetings here with international diaspora, but also with the human rights organization and so on, is a very good way forward. I think it could, but something you could use Norway for, because we really have the possibility to do it here.
Thank you.